Before I get into this commentary, did anyone know that they were coming out with a Scooby Doo movie, like a new animated movie? Because I sure as hell did not know. So, this is having the Eternals effect of what I'm about to discuss. And in case y'all don't know what I mean, I'm talking about the movie Eternals by the MCU, where when that movie was first advertised, they led with the Phastos character played by Bryan Tyree Henry, who was a black man, being in the academy, Hall G. He had a partner, a male partner, a male spouse, a husband, and they had a son. Now, of course, in the comics, his character was not like that. He was a heterosexual man, and I believe he actually had a wife. But in this movie, they made him Hall G, which I find very interesting because the actor who plays Icarus, I forget his first name, but I know his last name is Madden. I want to say his first name is Richard. I could be wrong. Someone correct me in the chat. It's interesting because the actor who played Icarus in that movie is actually in real life in the academy. But they had him be heterosexual and have a relationship with the character Cersei in the movie. So I find that very interesting, to say the least, but that's neither here nor there. But the reason why I say it has that the Eternals effect is because when that movie first got advertised, they led with the Phastos character and his partner having the first same-sex or Hall G kiss in an MCU movie. We didn't know anything else about the movie at that time. We didn't know about really much any of the other characters. We didn't know the story. We didn't have a inkling of the plot or how it fit into the MCU narrative. They just led with that. And I remember talking about that in a live stream a couple years before the movie had came out, right around the time when it first got announced. The same thing is happening here. So Scooby Doo has this new movie coming out. I guess it's maybe geared towards Halloween because, you know, Scooby Doo has always been around that spooky type of genre, you know, solving mysteries, ghosts, goblins, vampires who, you know, people dressed up as to try to scare the people or do whatever their mission was. Before finding out that it was just a person playing dress up. Well, Velma now has a friend in this new up and coming film. And basically they have created Velma where she is now being a lesbian, a part of the academy via Hall L. And people have said for years that they had speculated that the character might be that way, but they never leaned too much into it because at that time they couldn't really do much with it. It was completely taboo. But now she is apparently going to be identified that way in this movie. And lo and behold, her partner is going to be that of a black woman who you see in this picture right here. Now, when I'm looking at this picture, I'm saying, okay, we can clearly tell this is a black woman because look at the skin, look at the lips. But I noticed that they made her look so mean. Like they gave her the stereotypical mean face, or as some of my people in the comment section have said, she has the resting bitch face. They got her face all scrunched up. They have her with blonde hair, which most likely isn't even her hair. They have her looking mean and rather masculine. Let me show you another picture. So here she is right here. This is her right here, and that's Velma sitting next to her. Now, in the picture, one of the pictures I saw, she's really like, you can tell she's in shape, but she has a very strong, masculine, almost like physique. And I'm gonna read to you the caption that Variety put. It says, Velma is officially a lesbian. Clips from the new movie Trick or Treat Scooby Doo, which show the Mystery Inc. member googly-eyed when encountering costume designer Coco Diablo, have gone viral, confirming suspicions held by the fan base for decades. That, of course, that she was in the academy. And of course, like I said, they ended up having to make her ending up, you know, being this way. They said that people speculated for years that that's probably the position she decided to play, and it is what it is. But how ironic they made sure to give her a melanated partner. with blonde hair. Nonetheless, like I said, my thing is this. Why is the first thing that we're learning about this movie this? That's why I said that this thing has the Eternals effect, where we learn about the sexuality of one of the characters that wasn't that way in the comics, and how they're going to share this on-screen kiss and how phenomenal it's going to be and all this and the third before we even know what a plot is. I don't even know what this movie is about. Just like when it came to Eternals. And they're doing the same thing here. They did the same thing in that Buzz Lightyear movie, what was it called, Lightyear, that came out a couple months ago, where they kept hyping up this Hall-El relationship, where ironically one of the characters in Hall-El was a black woman, and she was with I'll say a non-black woman. And they kept hyping that up. Notice what they decide to hype up when it comes to black characters, whether they're new characters or ones that what they're trying to enforce. They will hype this up, or stuff like the Woman King, but we got to boycott Birth of a Nation. Now, I want to see, and I am curious to how many people are going to get upset and outraged with this versus how they got upset and outraged with Halle Bailey being Ariel in the live action Little Mermaid remake. You know, the one that has over 2 million dislikes on the Walt Disney YouTube channel. I'm curious to see how people are going to feel about that, or feel about this. I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet the outrage is going to be a whole lot different, because this is how they prefer to see a lot of black women anyway. I'm guessing this is another picture right here. I'm guessing this was Velma probably the minute that she laid eyes on her. And Velma looks all happy. Her glasses all fogged up. And this Coco Diablo woman, whoever she's supposed to be, still has that mean look on her face. So we see exactly what they're doing. Of course, it's an animated show, so we know this is geared towards children. This is their new target audience. We know exactly what this is. And I'm going to read a post that Professor Black Truth wrote about this, because he said something about it too. He said the only reason Scooby Doo was a thing is because it came to TV at a time when there were only 3 stations. Well, now Velma is a lesbian, and naturally they make sure it's with a black woman. It's the only way they can stomach including a black character. This is quote unquote kid friendly TV. And he makes a good point. Whenever they insert a character somewhere, there's always a flaw. There's always a flaw there somewhere. Not saying it happens every single time, but a good 99% of the times that does occur. That there is something wrong with this person. That there's going to be a flaw there somewhere, somehow, some way. Like, they just can't have a nice, straightforward role. It's always got to be an issue somewhere with them that shouldn't be there or doesn't need to be there. Now, this, like, I'll say this, nothing, against people who are in Hall-El, but find it very interesting the minute that they decide to officially out Velma as a lesbian, that the minute they give her a girlfriend or a person she's interested in who may be interested in her, that they just happen to be black. Just like with Eternals and a few other things as well. I'm just saying. Of course, a lot of people in the Academy are going to say, oh, there's no agenda there. Of course, you're going to say there's no agenda there because you're a part of the Academy. For you to admit that there's an agenda will go against, I guess, your core values. And thus adding in that this is another interracial relationship. They can't even have Hall-El members who are black be together on screen or in animation. So there's another thing that you can tack onto this. Same thing goes for Hall G. They will find a way to insert a black person in there somewhere who is in the Academy, or maybe not, but they're playing the role, and they'll give them a non-black partner, just like in Eternals, because Phastos, while black, his partner, I believe, is Arab. And I believe that they didn't even have the movie debut or premiere or even be shown over there, because they said it went against their values of a same-sex relationship. And because the actor, was from there, they didn't debut it there. So that was just one country that, didn't see the film unless they watched it maybe on a streaming platform or, on a VPN. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Y'all let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you are new, hit that bell to be notified. If the bell for any reason does not work for you, please be sure to go ahead and hit the notification button, as I do upload my videos premiere style. Once you click that notification button, the notification will be sent out to you when it gets ready to premiere. The links will be down in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.